Welcome to ATG Sports Plus. I'm Jessica Kiko.
And I'm Zach Haiku. We've got an action-packed show for you today.
I'm Catherine Llewellyn, and we're starting with the latest from the SRL Indy Pro Series at River Creek. Kathleen Spitfire won, with Morticia Velada and Biller Longfall in the second and third.
Next week, the series moves to Carmenere Superspeedway for more thrilling action.
In the TNT Dirt Series Pocono 100, Mason Rainier took first place, followed by Virgil Wolf and Grace Williams.
Grace Williams also topped the overall season point standings.
And for the wrestling fans, Premier Wrestling returns with new seasons of Attitude on Mondays and Overload on Thursdays at Lionheart Arena.
Exciting times ahead for sure. This is ATG Sports Plus. Let's get started.
Great news from the SRL Trucking Tuesdays. Kathleen Spicy took first place in an exciting race this week.
That's right, Zach. Marcus West 2020 came in second, just 0.465 seconds behind Kathleen, and Sora rounded out the top three after starting from pole and setting the fastest lap.
Let's break down the final results. Kathleen Spicy finished with a total race time of 28 minutes, 22 seconds, 7:34, and the best lap of 12.759 seconds.
Marcus West 2020 was just behind with the best lap of 12.764 seconds. Gypsy Karma finished third, setting the fastest race lap at 12.670 seconds on lap 89.
Following them, Rachel Grace 0925 finished fourth, one lap down with a best lap of 12.738 seconds. Taylor Aralo took fifth, also one lap down with a best lap of 12.873 seconds.
Becky Aker was sixth, Biller Longfall seventh, and Mason Rainier eighth. B. Gardner 104 finished ninth, and Jack Jekyll 62 completed the top 10.
The total race time was 28 minutes, 22 seconds, 7:34 for 125 laps. It was a thrilling race with some tight competition.
Next week, we'll be watching the Indies at River Creek. Don't miss it. Exciting news from the SRL Charger Cup Series, Zach. The Lady Luck 100 race was a real thriller.
Indeed, Jessica. Congrats to Kathleen Spicy for taking first place with a total race time of 23 minutes, 56 seconds, 168. She put in a great performance.
Sora, who started from the pole, finished second, just 3.779 seconds behind Kathleen. Becky Aker clinched third after a fierce battle with Mason Rainier and Grace W.
Speaking of Mason Rainier, he set the fastest race lap and with a time of 13.651 seconds on lap 28. A solid effort from him.
Let's take a quick look at the final results. Kathleen Spicy came in first, Gypsy Karma was second, and Becky Aker third. Mason Rainier and Rachel Grace 0925 rounded out the top five.
In sixth, we had Rainforest Wolf, followed by Breaking Thunder in seventh, and Biller Longfall in eighth. B. Gardner 104 took ninth, and Jack Jackal 62 completed the top 10.
Cowboy KG finished 11th, and now everyone's gearing up for the next race. The Charger Cup Series heads to the Blackstone Road course next week for 50 laps. The track is already up for practice at Venenos.
It's going to be another exciting race, Jessica. Make sure to catch all the action next week at Blackstone.
Big news from the SRL Indy Pro Series at River Creek on Monday night. Kathleen Spitfire took in the win for an impressive performance.
That's right, Catherine. She started from the pole and set the fastest lap, dominating the race. Morticia Velada finished strong in second place, with Biller Longfall coming in third.
Emmy Blueberry finished fourth, followed by Romeo Highwater in fifth and Virgil Wolf in sixth. The rest of the top 10 included Rachel Grace in seventh, Christina Kurtau in eighth, Becky Aker ninth, and Brody Gardner in 10th.
Unfortunately, Mary Robbins didn't finish the race, ending with a did not finish.
Now, looking at the overall standings for Season 16, Morticia Velada is leading with 70 championship points. Kathleen Spitfire is in the second with 50 points, and Romeo Highwater is third with 43 points.
Marie Robbins holds fourth with 41 points, followed by Rachel Grace in fifth with 35 points. Emmy Blueberry is in sixth with 32 points, and Virgil Wolf in seventh with 29 points.
Taylor Arallo and Biller Longfall are tied for eighth with 28 points each. Christina Curtow is in ninth with 20 points, and Becky Aker rounds out the top 10 with 19 points.
And let's not forget the rest of the standings. Brody Gardner in 11th with 18 points, Luke Carmona in 12th with 17 points, and Atalanta Kaza in 13th with 13 points.
Volk Rain and Jack Jekyll complete the standings with 7 and 6 points respectively.
Next week, the series heads to Carmen Air Superspeedway. It's going to be exciting to see how the drivers perform there.
Definitely, Zach. Stay tuned for more action from the SRL Indy Pro Series.
Let's dive into Truckin' Tuesday's results from June 18th, 2024. It was an exciting night with Sora taking the top spot.
That's right, Catherine. Sora not only won the race, but also started from the pole. Biller Longfall finished in second place, and Mason Rainier came in third.
The race was intense with 125 laps completed in a total race time of 32 minutes, 39.046 seconds. Sora, racing under the name Gypsy Karma, had a best lap of 14.380 seconds.
Biller Longfall was just 0.444 seconds behind, with a best lap of 14.379 seconds. Mason Rainier was third, finishing 3.333 seconds behind, with a best lap of 14.491 seconds.
Kathleen Spicy took fourth place. Rachel Grace finished fifth with the fastest lap of the race at 14.358 seconds. And Becky Aker came in sixth, 2 laps behind.
Following them, we had B. Gardner 104 in 7th, 5 laps down, and Jack Jekyll 62 in 8th, 6 laps down.
Next up, the series heads to Pocono for Week 9 in the point standings. The track should be ready tomorrow.
Can't wait to see how it all unfolds at Pocono. Stay tuned for more updates from Truckin' Tuesdays.
Exciting news from the SRL TNT Dirt Series Pocono 100 Season 2 finale. Mason Rainier claims the win tonight with a total race time of 25 minutes, 14 seconds, .047.
That's right, Zach. Virga Wolf came in a close second, just 0.198 seconds behind. And Grace Williams, who started from the pole, finished third.
It was an intense race with Karma Sora clocking the fastest lap at 14.358 seconds on lap 25.
Rounding out the top 5, we had Breaking Thunder in 5th, 2 laps down. Following were Jack Jekyll 62 in 6th, Snowfall's ZG in 7th, and B. Gardner 104 in 8th.
The race wraps up Season 2 of Dirt Late Model Racing at County Line and GMC. The top 3 points finishers for the season are Grace Williams, Mason Rainier, and Karma Sora.
But don't worry, fans. We'll be back on July 11th with an exhibition race at County Line. The same format applies, so keep an eye out for notices about the start of Season 3.
Thanks to all the participants for an incredible season. Stay tuned for more dirt racing action coming your way. Hey everyone, exciting news from the SLPGA SL Open. We've just wrapped up the tournament at Eagle Creek Golf Club, and our champion is Lily, also known as Lily Violet. She finished with a stunning total of 288 points.
That's right, Zach. And what a performance by B. Nightingale, who came in second with 205 points, followed closely by Jerron McKeenan with 215 points. It was a nail-biting finish.
Absolutely, Jessica. This was a crucial round in the SLPGA Tour, and it's shaken up the points race. Speaking of which, let's talk about the overall standings after 3 of the 4 tournaments.
Lily is leading with an impressive 275 points. Right behind her is Lexi with 235 points, and Jerron McKeenan holding strong in third with 171.5 points. It's been an intense competition so far.
And it's all leading up to the final tournament of the Spring Summers SLPGA Tour at Ravenwood-Shire Golf Club on July 14th. You won't want to miss it as these top players battle it out for the championship.
Mark your calendars, folks. July 14th at Ravenwood-Shire Golf Club is going to be an epic conclusion to the SLPGA Tour. Stay tuned for more updates and highlights.
Can't wait, Jessica. This has been an amazing season, and the final showdown promises to be even more thrilling.
Let's dive into the latest results from the NO Gridwife Sport Fishing game. The top earning totals in catch weight have been impressive.
Leading the pack is Mr. 349 Dreadlow with a total weight of 6,281.77 pounds. Following in second is Jinx Akula with 4,979.39 pounds. And in third place, Skylar Loxley with 4,169.9 pounds.
Speaking of big catches, Skylar Loxley caught a massive 98.84-pound shark at Serena Cantari on June 17th, topping the Whopper category.
That's incredible, Jessica. Michaela Dawson is in second with a 98.54 pounds cod from Crystal Sound Lake, and Contia Sparta takes third with a 98.25 pounds tuna from Playa de Mono.
Now, looking at the stringer category, Jinx Akula leads with a total number of 24.93 fish on the stringer. Brock Henley is just behind with 24.92, and Tia Princess Resident rounds out the top three with 24.83.
And let's not forget about the weekly featured species tournament. This week's featured fish is Barracuda. Melanin Leader took the top spot with a total weight of 80.59 pounds.
Reagan Nichols finished second with 80.23 pounds, and The Absinthe came in third with 78.09 pounds.
It's been an exciting week in the world of sports fishing. Stay tuned for more updates and tight lines.
Let's take a look at the action-packed week ahead for Second Life Wrestling events.
Starting on Monday, we've got Premier Wrestling Attitude at Lionheart Arena at 1 p.m. Second Life Time. Then at 5 p.m. Second Life Time, it's UFW Unbroken at First Zona, followed by FWF Blood at Studio FWF at 7 p.m. Second Life Time.
Moving to Tuesday, BCW's Battle Zone takes place at Blackburn Theater at 3 p.m. SLT, and Honor Pro Wrestling Infinity will be at Percade at 6 p.m. SLT.
On Wednesday, catch Rise at the Rise Arena at 2 p.m. Second Life Time.
Thursday kicks off with Premier Wrestling Overload at Lionheart Arena at 1 p.m. Second Life Time, and DAW Crossfade at DAW Battlements at 6 p.m. Second Life Time.
Friday's lineup includes DCWF Slam City at Little Italy at 2 p.m. Second Life Time, VWE Friday Night Defiance at Capital City Arena at 6 p.m. Second Life Time, and UFW Nightfall at Fur Zona at 8 p.m. Second Life Time.
Saturday features Premier Wrestling Unplugged at Siren Shore at 1 p.m. Second Life Time, Elite Angel Wrestling at Sacred Island at 4 p.m. Second Life Time, WPWF Asylum at Sky High Arena at 6 p.m. Second Life Time, and FCW Mayhem Night at FCW Arena at 7 p.m. Second Life Time.
Finally, on Sunday, start your day with OEW Ascension at Taquita Bay at 10 a.m. Second Life Time. Then, VWE Sunday Night Endurance at Capital City Arena at 3 p.m. Second Life Time. And wrapping up the week, UFW Frontline at Furzona at 7 p.m. Second Life Time.
It's gonna be an exciting week of wrestling events. Be sure to mark your calendars and catch all the action.
Welcome back, everyone. We've got a thrilling week of wrestling events lined up, so let's dive into the action.
That's right, Jessica. From Monday to Sunday, there's something for every wrestling fan. Let's take a look at the recaps. Exciting news from the FCW Pride Show at the Chaos Carnival Pride Arena. Jessica, the night was packed with action and celebration.
Absolutely, Zach. The opening match saw Firecracker take on Tawny Rankin. It was a heated battle, especially after Tawny's comments about New Jersey. Firecracker had the early lead, but Tawny came out on top with a decisive German suplex for the pinfall.
Next up was the masterclass between Soapy, the professor of the squared circle, and Natani, the newest face on the FCW roster. Soapy showcased her experience with a full Nelson early on, but Natani fought back hard. The match was intense, but Soapy secured a win with an armbar, making Natani tap out.
And the main event was a thrilling cage match between Felicia and Harlow Hopsteel. Harlow started strong with some powerful knee strikes, but Felicia fought back with a low blow. After a back-and-forth struggle, Felicia escaped a piledriver attempt and landed a series of punches to knock Harlow out, securing the victory.
What an incredible night at the Chaos Carnival Pride Arena. The FCW Pride show was a fantastic celebration of wrestling talent and pride.
Next up for FCW, we'll be looking forward to more thrilling matches as the season continues. Stay tuned for all the action.
And that wraps up our wrestling recap for this week. Exciting matches and fierce competition awaits.
Sure thing, Zach. Don't miss out on any of the action. Stay tuned for more updates and highlights. Big news from the Second Life Cycling Federation's Alpine race on June 15th. Zach, the racers put on quite a show.
They sure did, Jessica. In Qualifier 1, Morticia Velota took first place, followed by Fat Pervert Resident in second and Jacrima Resident in third.
Over in Qualifier 2, Umbreon Viper snagged the top spot with Candy Tomorrow in second and Twat Steamer finishing third. Both qualifying rounds were fiercely competitive.
Moving on to the finals. In the D2 final, Evelina 95 Resident came out on top. Her Rabe Resident took second, and Nichi Neox finished third.
And the D1 final was thrilling. Morticia Velota took first place again. Candy Tomorrow finished second, and Fat Pervert Resident grabbed third. Amazing performances all around.
Let's not forget about the fastest laps of the week. Morticia Velota led with a time of 156.40, followed by Sean Carlucci Resident at 157.66, and Geraldine Ashdean at 157.75. Incredible speeds.
Next week, the action continues as the racers head to the challenging Blackstone Road course. It's going to be another exciting event, so stay tuned.
That wraps up today's episode of ATG Sports Plus. I'm Catherine Llewellyn.
And I'm Zach Haiku. We hope you enjoyed all the latest highlights and updates.
From the thrilling SRL Indie Pro Series to the intense action in Premier Wrestling, it's been an exciting show.
And don't forget about the impressive catches in the NO Grid-Wide Sports Fishing game.
Remember to tune in next week for more updates and news from the world of virtual sports.
Thanks for joining us today.
Don't forget to keep the ball rolling on the virtual field.